from Hollywood Studios. We're coming here later in the day because coming in the morning, everything is so busy. Even with the controlled amount of people they let in the park, every line is really, really long. So I'm hoping they'll be a little bit shorter here as the park gets ready to close within the next few hours. It seems like there's more people walking out than walking in, which is a good sign. I like the window display they have here for Runaway Railway. And you can see they even sell like a little toy of the ride vehicle. Mickey and Minnie still with the huge wait times. You can see the queue going all throughout here, all the way by the Hollywood Studios sign. We'll go ahead and give Star Tours a try. It says it's 20 minutes, but I doubt it because there's not even really a queue outside. I have wondered, what purpose does this little camera droid actually do, the IC360? Is he like showing you what you see on the ride? I don't know what his purpose is. I am glad to see Star Tours has been set back to random. I don't like when they introduce the new movie stuff and show it every single time. Then there's no rewritability, but when it's random, it makes it more fun. Also, what is the significance of the flight 1401? Star Tours, flight 1401. You know, that's what it is every time. I feel like it's got to have some kind of special meaning to Star Wars lore. 85 minutes for Runaway Railway at the moment, and the park's only got like an hour and a half till closing. I really want to try and get on it today. I'll check Slinky Dog because the app says it's like 50, and I've never done it. I'm kind of surprised here. I may actually get to ride Slinky Dog because I'm walking in the land and there's no line. Looks like it's probably starting up ahead on the right. As soon as I stepped in the line, we moved all the way up to here. So the end of the line is actually at this bridge, which is funny. I've never walked even beyond this point. Part of the reason I never did this ride is anytime it accelerates, it's like a Geo Metro taking off. All the launches seem really slow on this coaster. I really like this queue. You have a bunch of just random roller coaster pieces and blocks sitting out and about. If you look at the exit, this is a Dash and Dodge Mega Coaster Kit. And you'll see that's like the whole ride track. I wish that was a real toy. You'll see they even just have a random piece of the coaster track sitting here. This land has a lot of Connects pieces, but I really like how they did the fans. It's all real pieces that they had to configure a real fan to a Connects piece. And even these lights, if you look at that one over there, and this one, all actual Connects pieces. Here, they're informing you of all of the other famous Slinky spring toys. I didn't even think about it, but I feel like in this section of the queue, we're standing inside the Slinky Dog box. Because you'll see Slinky on the ceiling. And the other Slinky toys that I just showed were on this side. You see the instruction manual for the Dash and Dodge coaster. So what it looks like happened is Andy took Slinky Dog and wrapped Slinky Dog around the coaster. That is kind of a really clever backstory that I'm sure most people don't even notice. So you take the Dash and Dodge Mega Coaster Kit, which we sold a box for by the exit, and we're inside the Slinky Dog box now. And he basically combined them and then built the coaster. Now we just exited that area, and sure enough, it is a Slinky Dog toy. You'll see here, Extreme Coaster Tracks. So this is an expansion pack, 10 straight tracks. So that's what makes this coaster so crazy, is Andy's just building up his master plan for a ride. Here you can see more of Andy's top secret plans for taking the coaster set and twisting Slinky Dog around it. Here's a bunch of stickers for the ride as well. You can see some have been used, many have not been. Finally about to ride this thing for the first time. Based off of how they set this thing up, I'm pretty excited. I like that they actually added all this detail to the ride. Getting in the first row, here's what we have to look forward to. Andy's creation. Here we go. World's slowest launch. Here we go.
Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am. Bigger and stronger too. Maybe. But none of that will ever love you.
Alright, well that was a fun little ride. I don't think it's worth the waits that it gets. Maybe I'd wait 20 minutes or so. It was just something fun. I really like the theming though in the queue. Kind of a lot of hidden details. If you pay attention, you can see what happened and why Andy made that coaster. So I really appreciate those details. Midway Mania is only 15 minutes, so we'll stick with the Toy Story theme and try this one out. I remember back in the day, Midway Mania here used to always have 120 at the least minute wait, sometimes 160. It was the most popular thing here, and then Galaxy's Edge came and Toy Story Land, so not so much anymore. I'm gonna pass on Midway Mania because I feel like it's a classic case of they advertise a low wait time, so everyone goes over there, and then now it's actually pretty long. So we'll try something else. Kind of crazy to think about now, but remember when this was just a straight path? That was the entrance to Midway Mania, and this would get you to the backlot tour and Lights, Motors, Action and all that, and this was all just blocked off. Kind of amazing how much this place has changed. I'm gonna bite the bullet. It says 70 minutes for Runaway Railway. We'll give it a go. Here comes the choo-choo. I like how ugly this stuff looks. It just matches the art style.
Hey, making me up.
Sure to take good care of our friends.
The work's better than me. What could possibly go wrong?
Let's get that rolling quick.
Hooray, hooray, hooray! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh boy, we made it. Nothing can stop us now.
Well, that concludes my guided tour. Hope you had a relaxing ride around the park, and thanks for sticking with me.
Alright, the park is about to close, so we're actually going to go head to Disney Springs, see if we can get something to eat, and kind of continue from there. Back on the Skyliner because, strangely enough, there's not a bus going to Disney Springs from the park. Now, all of the park buses just go back to the resorts, which makes sense, but you'd think they'd have at least just one for Disney Springs because that's probably where people will go once they leave the park, but they don't. So now I'm going to go back to the resort and then go to Disney Springs from there. Finally at Disney Springs, and I actually had to take a lift. The bus stop over at Pop Century was backed up because the only place anyone's going this late is Disney Springs. Looks like it's a pretty crowded night too, back here in the marketplace. I'm gonna give Morimoto Asia another go. The other night they were closing as I went in. We'll see about tonight. Looks like it's gonna be an hour wait, even for one. I'm not sure what's going on with Wolfgang Puck. It is 7:52 p.m. and it's completely closed. We'll have dinner at the Edison tonight, mainly because it's one of the only restaurants left with availability. Here is the salmon from Edison. As I leave Edison, I just want to give a quick little 360 from the middle of the stairs. That's the bar down there. We'll head back up to the second floor to leave. That salmon was actually really good. The first time I ever came to Edison, I only got the Brussels sprouts, and they weren't crispy at all. They were like just, I don't know, steamed or something. They weren't good. The salmon was, though. I would actually come back and get that salmon, so Edison has kind of moved up for me now. I think for dessert I'm going to step over to Yisaki because Sarah got the taiyaki sweet red bean pastry fish, and it was actually pretty good. Kind of strange, Yisaki is no longer serving food this late at night. It's only 8:35. They're only doing drinks, but they do have hot and cold sake, and it is delicious. Stopping into Chicken Guy to get some to-go tenders because that meal wasn't super filling. Alright, now I'm waiting for my order at Chicken Guy. I only got 3 tenders. But the guy here was telling me about the peri-peri sauce and the sriracha barbecue. Normally when you mention sriracha, I was like, oh, I like sriracha a lot, but it's just kind of basic. The sriracha barbecue sounds a little more interesting. Personally, my favorite, wasabi honey. It's just so weird and out there, it's delicious. Walking back by Wolfgang Puck, I checked the sign for the hours. They're closed Monday and Tuesday nights, which is kind of reassuring because they're not like going out of business or anything. I was kind of worried because I really like that restaurant. Kind of weird the sundry store is themed in the exact same style as Raglan Road. Everything about it on the outside. time to take the bus back. That is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.